Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Paul Brown Show. This evening, my guests we have some professional boxers who will be fighting in the Rumble in the Rock. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
My name is Lisa Garland.
Yourself.
How you guys doing? My name is Reginald Henson Jr.
All right. Yes,
My
sir.
name is Shamir Rice.
Tell the audience a little bit about yourself. First of all, Ms. Lisa Garland, your weight class and all that.
I am a junior welterweight, and super welterweight world champion. I live in Sharon, South Carolina, and I train at the Emmett Scott Center, and this is some of my teammates.
Okay. How long have you been boxing?
13 years. I've been boxing 13 years. I am a 12-round world champion. That's something that I'm really proud of. I'm the only world female 12-round champion. So one of the things I've really pride myself on in my particular place in sport is having the legal standing change for the state and federal commissions to allow women for equal ring time in sport. So that's kind of where I found myself in boxing.
That's great, Lisa. How about yourself, Mr. Henson?
So again, I'm Reginald Henson, 24 years old.
Yes, sir.
I'll be fighting at junior welterweight. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Maryland, and I originally got started in martial arts. I did that for about 8 years, made it to a third-degree black belt, and when I was younger, I started getting into boxing, going to fight parties, watching Floyd Mayweather. When I moved down here, I met a person, he was actually my family, but he goes by the name of Cedric Mean Man Mingo, and that's who I originally started training with. And I met Alonzo Lumpkin, my current coach, through him, and the rest is history. So.
Yes, sir.
My
Mr.
name
Rice.
is Shamir Rice. I'm at welterweight.
Okay.
I'm originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Moved up here. I've been boxing for about 6 years. Been in boxing my whole life. My dad boxed. So when I really got a chance to, head first in the boxing, I went head first into it. So I met Alonzo. We started off good, good pace. I started, coaching myself as well.
Okay.
Because I learn a little different. So I like to teach people a different perspective. Really too much. That's what I really just like to, showcase my skill, want to learn more about the sport itself.
Now, each one of y'all will be fighting on Saturday, April 13th, 2019 at Emmett Scott Center, 801 Crawford Road, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rumble of the Rock. What should the audience expect from each one of you as a fighter? Your bouts.
Well, for me, boxing is just like being in any other sport arena. It's an entertainment industry, so I am expecting to put on a good show, entertain my fans, give a good hometown feeling to our community, to bring everybody out in the local community. That's what really supports our gym and our community center. So we're really ready to showcase to all the people to give to us and in our area to give back to them as well.
So do you know anything about your opponent?
No, we've got 3 to work with.
Right.
It just really depends on who wants to show up.
All right.
So it's being a female boxer, the pool of fighters is a lot smaller than the men's division, I guess you could say. So, finding somebody who is willing to come in and compromise with weight, with purses, with all that kind of stuff. The whole business aspect of it makes it a little more difficult, I would say, as a female fighter.
Mr. Henson.
Well, I've personally been doing this for about 7 years now. I've been working hard, and I just want to show the people what I've been working on, what I've been doing, what I'm capable of doing. I want to make some noise, and I want this to be a celebration, a good experience for the fans, and just bring something different to the ring that they haven't seen yet. So that's what my goal is.
So what should they expect when they see you coming to the ring? What type of excitement will you be bringing?
Well, first and foremost, I have a calm demeanor. So in the ring, I feel like I'm a different person. The fans can expect to see a person that's hard to hit, a person that can place his shots well, person that can pretty much do it all, and that's what I want the people to see from me. So.
Okay. Mr. Rice, Shamir, go ahead.
Well, you can expect delivery. I plan on delivering everything that I've been building up in training. I'm planning to put it in the pole package and send it out with it. Bring my rhythm, a good strategic fight plan, and a lot of adjustment. So that's what you can expect.
Okay, describe a typical work day preparing for a fight. First, Ms. Lisa.
Well, for me, I get up every morning at 5 o'clock and I go and meet my trainer, Alonzo.
Okay.
We work out for about 2 hours. We do focus work, a lot of technical skills that we want to work on and focus on. Then we do strength conditioning, and then I do cardio workouts. And then throughout the day, I also teach fitness and boxing for Rock Box Fitness. So we're opening a gym over here in Rock Hill as well in Riverwalk.
Okay.
So I'm training people all day. I'm teaching fitness classes. So that helps keep me moving throughout the day. And then in the evening, I go back with my team. These are my stable mates, and we all work out together for 2 or 3 hours in the evening. And that's 5 days a week. And then Saturday or Sunday is that nice long jog and lots of massage therapy and sauna and all that, active resting kind of thing. I also like to do a lot of mental training for athletes. I like to listen to a lot of different kind of mindsets of athletes. I'm a big Kobe fan. I'm a big Jordan Rules fan. I listen to a lot of like discipline kind of things for mindsets for athletes and for business in general. So like tomorrow I'll be doing a business seminar up in Huntersville for different kinds of business training for, just coaching, life coaching, I guess you could say. Accountability coaching is what we're working on this week. That it's not just the physical preparation, it's also the active rest and the mental preparation that is what I think separates a boxer from a good boxer and a great boxer.
Okay, Reginald, describe that typical, when you start preparing for a fight, describe a typical day for yourself.
Typical day training when I'm preparing for a fight. Me personally, I like to do a lot of visualization. Aside from the physical aspect of training, I like to just mentally visualize what I can do, what I'm gonna bring into the fight, and my game plan. Physically, I'm running pretty much every day, jump roping, doing a lot of shadow boxing, hitting the heavy bags. I do a lot of drills, punching combinations, calisthenics. I do a lot of calisthenics during the day. When I'm at work, again, I just do a lot of visualization. I might be on YouTube watching fights, studying other fighters, seeing different things that they do and try to add it to my game. And just other than that, just believing in myself, not really stressing too much on what the other person is doing or who I may be fighting. I just try to focus on me. So.
Okay. How about you, Shamir?
Well, usually I start off, right back to like I always do, it's 3 days. I start off in the morning, 6 o'clock, I get my cardio in, get my strength, mix it with the skill, shadow boxing, usually 2 hours. From there, I usually, get a little bit of meditation in, inside and outside of work. Probably around, get back to the gym. I help coach, the younger kids and everybody around there. That gives me a chance to give a different perspective of, different styles and, working on something different. I like to work on a lot of different things. And I get my main strength exercises in there as I'm, training with them. Then I go into, once again, I go into a mental preparedness. I like to strengthen the mind. I like to a lot of control exercises, because the mind and body is one.
Correct.
So I really like to gather myself in that way. I'm constantly moving. In my mind, I'm constantly moving. It's time to become more than I am now. So, I don't want to give anything a chance. I want to make sure that everything is decided as it should be. I don't want to say that, I tried. You know, I want to say no, I did that. I gave everything I gave. So my whole training day, I may get one rest break, but through the whole area, I'm training hard, and I'm stretching and resting in the same day.
Okay, why is it so important for a boxer to be into it mentally? You know what I'm saying? Because you have some boxers who may come in there and try to get into your mind. Why is it so important that you kind of like block that out, or are you that type that does that type of instigation to try to get into your opponent's mind? Lisa.
For me, this is a business, so I'm a product. So, you know, from a business standpoint, I'm not trying to verbally attack anybody. I respect anybody that has the audacity to step in the ring, whether it's amateur, professional. You know, you could be the worst professional boxer on the planet. There's only 18,000 of us out there in the world, so everybody else, you know, their opinions. I don't downplay any fighter who puts their life on the line every time we get in the ring. So mentally attacking opponents is not my style. I'd like to save it for when I get in there. I like to shake hands at my way in. I like to smile. I like to enjoy all that. My mental preparation is specifically because boxing is such a lonely sport. When you're out there running and nobody else is out there running with you, you have to be, you know, you have to be the first one, like Kobe, on the court and the last one on the court. You have to know how to physically break down your opponent when you're jogging, when you're doing your workouts, when you're with your teammates and you're doing your sparring drills and whatnot. And the mental toughness that it takes, besides the physical toughness. You know, ESPN ranks boxing as the world's hardest sport year after year because of the physical ability that you have to to go 3 minutes in one round, much less 12 of them. It's a lot, and it can mentally break you if you're not, you don't have that mental tenacity and toughness. And so developing your mind is just as important as developing your body.
Mr. Henson.
The mental aspect of boxing is extremely important. I would argue that it is just as important as the physical aspect, if not more important. It doesn't matter how skilled you are as a fighter or how physically gifted you are. If your mind is not in it and your heart is not in it, it's not where you belong. And this is a dangerous sport. You can get hurt, so you have to be 100% focused at all times. Again, like my teammate Lisa said, it's one of the most loneliest sports that you can partake in, and it's not a sport where, you know, if you're slacking, your teammates can come pick up the slack for you, or you can rely on your teammates. If you don't want to do the work, or if you don't want to execute when it's time to execute, it's all up to you. It's whatever level you want to be on. It's all up on your shoulders. So you have to deal with that pressure day in and day out. You have to decide how great you want to be, how much work you want to put in, and that can weigh on your conscience if this is not what you want to do. So me personally, I'm not the type to instigate, you know, trash talk with my opponents. I don't really see the point of it. I see a lot of fighters today, professionals, you know, they do that in the YouTube videos, and then they go in the fight and get knocked out, or they lose in an embarrassing fashion. It's really no point. I admire the guys that's more quiet, and they just work in the gym day in and day out. And when it comes time to execute, then they let their gloves talk. So that's how I want to carry myself. And the mental aspect is very important. So it needs to be taken seriously.
Now, Mr. Rice, now you look like one of them trash talkers. Now that you look like one of them trash talkers. Now tell us how you get into your opponent's mind.
Well, no, I'm not a trash talker at all. No, I'm not. When I mean getting into the mind, I mean as in focusing in my training. I'm focusing in my day-to-day routines, because when you get in that ring, like my teammate said, it's serious. You can get hit. You can run out of breath at any time your mind and jump out that ring. If you don't got that mental discipline to stay in that ring and to keep focused, you could very well be laying on that canvas. So in order to stop that, you got to psych yourself up. Now, it regardless of, you know, what they thinking, where their mental mind is, if you know your training, you know what you done put in, then your mental fortitude is going to be strong.
Correct.
And very well, that mental fortitude that they speak of, that humbleness, that's actually going to be a counterattack towards those who are, you know, aggressive, you know, like to get in your mind, because they see that you're solid, that you have stability. So when you get in that ring and, you know, they try to, you know, psych you out or fool you out, they see it's not going to happen. You coming full steam forward, just like a train, nonstop.
Okay. I know each one of y'all have been hit before in a boxing match. Now describe that feeling if that boxer hits you first, that mind frame that kicks in, and how do you handle with that? How do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, because when they hit you, they start thinking, okay, I got him. So how do you kind of like get back into what you learned in your training and all that? How do you get back into that?
Well, for me, I've been in a lot of fights. Dominic's over there. He was at my last fight. I had my orbital floor broken right in the middle of the fight, and actually had a titanium plate mounted under my eye. So I'm good to go now. It happens a lot in the MMA. So right up until that moment, I wasn't really feeling the pressure of her pain, like the pressure of her punches, because we do a lot of sparring, a lot of training to get ready. So you kind of seal your body up to that. This guy here knocked me out in November, so I didn't see that one coming either.
Never gonna let you live that down.
He didn't knock her out, did
No,
he?
he knocked me slap out. He knocked me out. So, you know, when you're really getting in there and you're really going and you've gotten to that level of competition, you don't really feel the pain. I think the pain you feel is I've been hit by a bus when you're all done 3 days later and you're at home and everything kind of just sinks in like a car accident, I guess you could say.
Okay, Mr. Henson, when you hit that fighter, your opponent, how does that change your whole mind frame as far as when you go into attack mode?
Well, one thing that we work on in the gym is when we hit somebody with a good shot, we don't admire our work. If I'm able to hit them with a certain shot, my mind, it takes a mental snapshot. Okay, I was able to get this shot off because I was in this certain position, in this certain situation. Let me see if I can set this up again. That's personally how my mind works. It does feel good when you land a solid shot and you know that your opponent felt it, but I try not to let it get my emotions sway in one direction too much, because you know you get too happy, you start going in wild, you can get caught with a shot yourself, and now the whole tide of the fight has changed. So I just build off my shots. I like to build off what's working in the ring. That's what we work on in the gym, and it works out a lot more often than not.
Me personally, I love that exclusive. I love that when my opponent is skilled, it makes me, you know, push harder. So
that's why he knocked me out.
That's why okay. He didn't tell that part.
So you know, if my opponent gets a punch on me, you know, like
Lisa. Yeah,
RJ.
Lisa. Yeah. You know her name. You know her name. Go ahead.
I see
bearing
different
down on him, and
perspectives.
he had
I
to
see
get- he had to
different
get one in.
trajectories from where they're coming. I see their angles, you know, and I like to capitalize. It's like chess, you know. You make this move, okay, I'm gonna make a move. You know, you throw a jab, I'm gonna move a pawn. Okay, that's right. If I get hit, I just like that. It just turns me more on. I like to be in that ability where I can adjust to something and then, you know, give it back to them. You know, okay, you got that. Well, I got this, and this. Okay, I see you doing this. All right, well, guess what I got for your next step? You didn't see that coming. You know, more, you know, unorthodox, you know, because it's not really as tradition as it used to be. So you got, I figure I have to come with, you know, something more of my personal style just to answer what they gave me.
Okay, 5 years from now, where do you see each one of you at? Lisa, first.
I'm going to be retired.
Retired?
I'm going to be retired. I'm 40 years old. I've had 25 pro fights.
You don't look like you're 40.
I got a pile of belts. I'm good.
Okay.
Right now I'm boxing because I want to get paid and I enjoy my craft. I'm not on my way up. I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
I also want to help mentor and teach the business aspect to my stable mates.
Okay.
Make sure that they get, you know, they get through the sport in a professional manner, that they're treated right. This can be, you know, boxing is a lonely sport and it's a dirty sport. I don't want to see them being hung out on, on clothes racks. I want them to be moved properly and taken care of, and safely move up in this sport and do well. So for me, it's enjoy my craft right now. Getting some more really good, exciting fights with some other world champions, and then making sure that my stablemates come through and succeed in their career.
Okay. Mr. Henson.
In 5 years, I see my name on the rise. I see my fan base growing. I see my fans getting to know me better and who I am as a person and as a fighter. I see myself being recognized as a real threat in my division that needs to be dealt with in a serious manner, or else I will take advantage of my division. I see positive things for myself and my teammates as well. We have a great team behind us. We have great coach, great support from our city, and it shows every day. So I just see a lot of big things coming for myself and for Rock Hill Boxing Club.
How about yourself, Mr. Rice?
I see myself undefeated. I see myself better than I am today. Not only in that, but in a lot of other things that I do as in helping the community. A lot of my other talents, investment opportunities that I'm making. I see myself networking with a lot of people. I see myself helping the children, and I see myself being a role model to them. I see myself building my own skills and my own styles in boxing itself.
Okay. Mr. Alonzo Lumpkin, tell the audience a little bit about what he has done to your life as far as in the boxing field.
My coach, he's been amazing for me. He's done so much for my boxing growth that he hasn't had to. There's been plenty of times where we haven't been able to, or let me speak for myself. I haven't been able to always pay for my training, but that's never been a problem for him. He dedicates his time to me day in and day out, and he has other things in his life going on, a full schedule just like anybody else. But yeah, he, instead of going home at the end of the day and just relaxing, he comes to the gym and he gives us his all. He gives us everything that he knows, and he's an amazing coach. Has a lot of experience under his belt. One reason why I made the decision to stick with him is because he's actually boxed. A lot of these coaches out here nowadays, they haven't really even boxed like that, but they want to give you
Correct.
all the fake advice that they can. But he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing, and I think it shows in us every day. We get better every day. So.
How about yourself, Mr. Rice?
Man, he's been more than a coach actually. His vision, the way that he pushes you, his training regimen. It's crazy that he expects more out of me than I expect out of myself.
I hate to cut you off, Mr. Rice, but we're running short on time. But Rumble in the Rock, Saturday, April 13th, 2019, Emmett Scott Center, 801 Crawford Road, Rock Hill. You'll be seeing each one of these exciting fighters, and y'all plan on putting on the show, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, come out and support Rumble in the Rock and let these fighters see exactly that type of support that you have. Thank you for watching the show, and you be encouraged. Thank you.
Mama, look, mama, this is some followers. This is a nigga sitting in his mama basement. He just mad I didn't let him holler. This is another nigga on them gossip pages. He been watching too much Love and Hip Hop. He don't really got no love for hip hop. Taking candy from his baby, giving to the stripper. Won't pay his baby mama, say she tripping. Say she got that Louis lip that needs it blocking. But he don't bring home the bag, he busy tipping. He tiptoeing home and he's such a little creeper. Don't think we be knowing and don't even know him. So how do you know them? Their profiles be public, niggas be on socials telling all their secrets. Like ain't no more diary, ain't no more filter, ain't no more privacy. Up for discussion, the stuff he discussing ain't even important. He's all in his feelings and really disgusting. But these are the niggas that started the rumors, and that is the story. hear about you messing with a midget with 3 legs. They say the third one is midgets. What kind of freaky